hero, as it is going to be a Witch Doctor taken for effect.
Radiant team pick.
Witch Doctor, kind of good way to deal with illusions. Witch Doctor, we saw last game, that hero kind of levels up really badly. Has some kind of farm potential in the forest.
10 seconds remaining.
But I'm not a big fan of it. We'll see how this works. I mean, they have a good push potential with Witch Doctor heal, Lashrak Diabolic Edict, some Luna with Aura. That's a early game push potential.
Yeah, if they wanted to, we could just see something nifty like a Chen in the last pick. That would be the team spirit way to go with it. I don't know if it'd be that effective against the Mirana already taken, but there's certainly some potential if they want to go that route.
There's a lot of opened still ideas for the both teams. It can be a dual support Mirana Shadow Demon. It can be mid Mirana.
Yeah, I think that it's sort of a rough spot right now for Team Empire because Effect have left their draft very open as to which way they want to go. If they want to go super late game, they can do that. If they wanted to go much more early, they can do that as well. And Empire are kind of in the spot where they have to dictate which direction their draft is going to go. Is Shadow Demon Terrorblade a scary enough opener, though, that like Empire are feeling comfortable where they're at right now in the draft? Is that something that's just can dominate?
Usually you don't want to pull Shadow Demon and Terrorblade so early because Terrorblade has so many counters. You want to save it for the last pick, see if they don't have anything to clear all those illusions and not much of a control heroes. But it's kind of risky to pick it in the first phase.
Okay.
10 seconds.
Sand King now going to be the pick for Team Empire. That should be their offlaner.
5 seconds
And
remaining.
against a Luna Witch Doctor at the very least, this does feel like it could be maybe a bit of a tough one for Sand King. I don't know. How strong of a laning hero is this against the semi-short-ranged Luna?
Yeah, against Slardar, and I mean, there's still a lot of options. We don't know the lanes. We need to see the last pick, so we'll know how they're gonna lane it. Sand King can also be a position 4, with Shadow Demon being position 5, Mirana mid, Terrorblade on the safe lane, and still have an off lane hero. That's one of the options. Or they can have a Sand King on an off lane.
Yeah, that's true.
Effect can also still pick a Sven if they want to run it. It's good against Terrorblade, of course.
Yeah. Quite strong, definitely. Is there anything in particular, a way that you would like to see either team run their draft, a thing that you think is stronger, or does it just all depend upon what the picks are?
Well, whenever I see Shadow Demon and Terrorblade, first thing that comes to my mind is the hero they just banned, the Legion Commander, because he just insta-kills all those illusions with just one spell. So you just counter the whole push with one spell. I was surprised Effect didn't get it earlier.
God, I'm really feeling a tinker for Effect, depending upon what pick this is for Team Empire. I feel like it could be quite strong. Really only one disable. I guess the arrow is also a bit of a problem, but we'll have to see where they decide to go.
Reserve time.
Yeah, it's a good suggestion because they don't have much to deal with Tinker, and Effect has a last pick, so only Sand King Blink's done, and that's it through the mid game.
Ooh, last pick Magnus for Team Empire. So empowered Terrorblade, and I guess empowered Magnus as well.
Yeah, so Mirana can be. They can do whatever they want, pretty much. They can have Magnus on mid or Magnus on off lane. That way, Mirana's gonna be either mid or just. It's probably a Magnus on off lane.
Well,
we'll see what they can do. They can lane it still two kinds of laning options what they have.
And Effect have a good amount of time to think about it. They are going to go back for the Darkseer last pick, so it's going to be a dual aggressive off lane, Slardar Darkseer with Lesh mid, Luna in that safe lane with Witch Doctor. Is this the answer? Is this the way that sends Effect to China? Are they going to Shanghai?
Well, Effect really looking strong, and we talked about their winnings so far, and I just hope for some good Dota right now. That's it. And the heroes, are really nice, the picks. I love it. And there's a lot of hype going on with Darkseer, good combinations into Slardar stun, and Magnus is always to watch, bringing the hype with his ultimate.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're hopping into game number 2, Effect versus Empire. Empire up against the ropes, and Effect trying to punch their
10
ticket to
seconds
China.
remaining.
We're going to switch over to the game now as we get ready to head into the second game of the Grand
5
Finals.
seconds remaining.
All right, now we're into it. I timed that perfectly, by the way. I feel so good about myself. You still there? You gonna let me hang there for a second?
I'm just listening how you like to give compliments to yourself,
Yeah.
laugh at your own jokes.
It's great. That's what I've got to do, man. Nobody else is doing it. You're certainly not. God dang it.
Well, I laugh at my own jokes. I think I'm super funny.
Yeah. Well, King R down here is trying to sort of get around Roger and see who ends up being able to place that ward unimpeded. They will spot Roger over this direction now with the ward in his inventory. Meanwhile, top lane, there's another one placed up here as well. But
So, the laning phase for Empire, mid Magnus, offlane Sanking, dual Shadow Demon and Mirana combo, old school combo. Disruption into Arrow and Terrorblade on the safe lane. Meanwhile, Darkseer and Magnus,
30
as you
seconds
mentioned, Lash on the mid lane, and Witch Doctor. Okay, someone just used the... Okay, Lashrak just made a mistake, used the Fairy Fire by mistake. So
uh-oh. That's no good. Well, not a great way to start the game, but I'm sure it's not something that's going to completely cause issues. We'll see if he ends up dying by 75 HP a little bit later on or not.
The battle begins.
yeah, maybe he feels comfortable playing with handicap, huh?
Yeah, definitely. And Poshka gonna block. This is easy peasy for FN now as well.
No, so it's actually a tri-lane with Luna, Slardar, and Witch Doctor on the bottom lane. That lane is so much stronger than Shadow Demon, Terrorblade, and Mirana.
God, and this does also set up a 1v1 here of Ninja against FN, because you're going to have to bring down this other Maposhka Mirana, and well, we'll have to see how it works. Is there kill potential here still, though, for Empire if they manage to hit a really good stun with Metamorphosis coming out, or is it too scary?
Yeah, of course. If they get a disruption into... But look at Chappie already going down.
Oh my god, a lot of damage coming out. One more hit is going to do it. They do manage to hit the stun onto Sadoy, who's taking some damage, but they can just back out. Now King R also in trouble. He is going to not drop. They actually are able to walk away. Nice fog there from King R.
You already prepared to say he's gonna go down as well, then you just change it. I love how you went. He's gonna go down.
He's gonna that they use on occasion. This King R is gonna be over here again. They've got another chance at initiation. Chappie's still saving onto that Metamorphosis.
Witch Doctor got a first blood, 500 gold on him. He's gonna get, I think, Voodoo Restoration, so they can't go on them. Or if he wants to go more aggressive, he can go for Maledict because they have a good stun lock. Probably a Boots. Yeah, there it is.
Went very deep. The arrow is going to connect onto Roger. Long duration stun. Crush back up in a little bit. He does have 3 wand charges, but that is a kill onto King R in spite of no extra stun. They've just got too much damage with the Luna Aura.
Yeah, that's not the way you want to start a fight into 3 stuns. Just using aggressive disruption. Plus, you already have handicap. Witch Doctor has a boots. Slardar has a boots. Magic stick. Luna has a magic wand.
They really did come prepared, and this is going to be Metamorphosis down as well. So a lot of that kill potential is going to be mitigated, and you can see Empire are done. Let's just get out of this lane. It is going to leave Terrorblade alone for a little while, so that's a little bit scary. They lose their courier too? God damn, this is rough for Empire.
They're gonna get a kill on Darkseer. Oh, missed stun.
There's the surge away. See, this is why you don't finish your sentence, Lacoste, because otherwise you end up...
Well, this looks so bad for Team Empire. Lost the courier, used the smoke, didn't get a kill, used 2 TPs on the top lane, and now Terrorblade can't get any farm. The bottom lane is just completely dominated.
Very rough one indeed. And it does look like mid lane, they're having a better time with FN. He's got 22-7 versus the, well, 12-2, but is that enough right now that Empire can feel at least a little bit comfortable with the laning stage, or is it just all bad pretty much?
Well, you can always count on RP. With a good RP, you can change the team fight and the game. But Afo Ninja, look where he's standing. He's standing on the bottom lane, bottom part of the mid lane. Meanwhile, Mirana and Shadow Demon trying to get a kill. Kind of hard to catch him. Plus, Magnus doesn't have any mana. Okay, he got to the shrine, so he can actually initiate with Skewer, maybe slow him down.
I mean, nobody is showing in the top lane. Nobody is showing in the bottom lane. They've got vision in a lot of the areas that they could be. You can still just hit these split earths. They're waiting for nighttime, but still nothing doing. They're not even going to be able to get a ward, which they thought was down there. So just complete and total disaster in this early stage for Team Empire.
Yeah, the Shadow Demon and the Mirana are not doing anything. They're not getting any kills, not any farm. They're just standing, trying to get a kill on the mid lane. Lashrak still has a scan ready, so whenever he feels it, he can try to use it, or Darkseer.
The real loser so far this game is going to be the 4-2 Chappie on this Terrorblade. I mean, the other lanes, it's not completely terrible by any means. You know, Magnus is winning mid, but you don't have any farm on your carry at all. And well, Sashlo, if they don't end up finding this initiation, looking for it, does get the disruption. Arrow coming through, does not get blocked by the creep, so he's going to end up taking the full duration of that one. Go stick with the follow-up stun, and that is going to be a kill going back their way.
Yeah, meanwhile, the bottom lane, tier 1 tower is gonna fall. Luna has Aquila turned on. It's just gonna go down with level 1 Lunar Blessing. Just that extra 14 damage is gonna be enough to take the tower down at 5 minutes.
And I guess you do have, you know, an empowered Magnus who's off in the jungle. Chappie can sort of jungle a little bit as well on the Terrorblade, but it's not feeling great right now. Not gonna lie to you. It's a tough one.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, if you need to have 2 heroes in the jungle at minute 5, that being your mid and safe lane, yeah, something is wrong.
And again, trying to set up on this high ground to see if they can get anything at all. Maposhka and King R have just been neutered in these early stages of the game. Roger is going to run past, going to maybe go for a bit of damage on to Maposhka here. One shot, maybe a second. Can they find that kill? Forced to jump away, but he could just end up going down nonetheless. They realize he's back in this corner, and well, Leaf had already been used. Turn around. Okay, Roger, crush. There's going to be the stun as well. Cast goes out. Oh, man, it's all gone wrong. Effect looking incredibly strong right now.
Yeah, and Witch Doctor went for that all-in defensive build, 2 levels in Voodoo Restoration. Gonna probably upgrade Magic Wand, a Magic Stick, just to have that some extra mana, or just save for mana boots, whatever he wants.
And well, it's gonna need to come back to, again, this Magnus having a really great time. Is it just gonna be for him the like Echo Saber build? Do you take that before Blink at all to just try and get your farm up?
Yeah. Yeah, it's more effective to have an Echo Saber build before that Blink Dagger. You scale so much better into late game. Plus, you're gonna have an initiation that Sand King is having a good time on the top lane. You're gonna have a decent timing on a dagger.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, Sadoy, he's building back in towards the Helm of the Dominator, but it looks like there's some movement out now to try and pressure across the map. Effect smoked up and moving down towards the jungle. Maybe Maposhka, the one that breaks it. They do find him. There's going to be the cask. Oh, nice leap away, but it is still going to connect. And there's the crush. There's the damage follow-up. Maposhka's gone.
Maposhka, level 2 only on that Mirana.
FN? Well, he drops the RP as well, trying to kill off Roger. A bunch of people rotating in for this one. Ninja is here as well. They're going to try and hit with the arrow. Or Zeke. Okay. Well,
nothing they can do about it.
He's got Voodoo going the whole time, too.
Yeah, and he just placed a ward and they heard it, so they're gonna, I expect them to deward it really fast so they can rotate and try to go from behind on the mid tower when RP is down.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
God,
attack.
just from bad to worse here. Empire down about 3,000 net worth, and Ninja might be able to find this kill with the Invis rune up in the top lane, waiting for the movement that he can predict.
There's smoked Shadow Demon and Mirana. If he moves to the right side, he's gonna pop the smoke. Oh, there
Don't
it
have
is.
any dust
Luna.
launch. Okay, they have a sentry to go down. There's going to be the crush. Sidoi is going to drop. Ghost Stick, gone upon. He might be in trouble. Epicenter is going to come out, and, well, RZ going to be able to throw out the stun. Everyone is just solo. Is going to be able to heal back up, though. The Voodoo Restoration working
Dead
for them,
bounce.
trying to go for the crush. Maposhka clips himself. That's not the way to do it, but Ghost Stick very low as well. Should be able to stiff. All right, RZ ends up finding that kill, and it looks like just maybe Ghost Stick will be able to escape.
Yeah, Ghosting keeping himself alive with that infused raindrop and magic wand charges.
Under attack.
But Luna died, so I guess it was worth it.
Feeling a little bit better. Well, after a couple of kills and the early movement, we can see that Magnus is still the one who's top in the net worth graph right now. So all is not lost by any stretch of the imagination. They've got some great team fight to get them back into this.
Yeah, well, Terrorblade is struggling to get back into the game. 25 CS only. Magnus has a 75. Oblivion stuff for Magnus, almost 1k gold away from that Echo Saber, which will give him some more farm potential.
You know, the Helm build for Luna means that that and the Aquila they can push early. If you're Team Effect, how do you sort of punish this Terrorblade with items? Do you just try and push constantly, or do you try and build towards items that allow you to take Roche? What's your thoughts there?
They still have an Eclipse. It hasn't been used. Let me check if they have any smokes. No. They just bought one. Yeah, so one is ready, and they need to make some plays from it. Give some gold to Slardar to get the Blink Dagger, or just wait for Mech on the Darkseer and go as 5-man. There's not gonna be an Blink Dagger on Magnus, so that's the timing. But Sanking is getting close to his Blink Dagger, so that might be huge for Team Empire to get a good initiation.
Okay. And you see that Fonenge is almost maxed out the Diabolic Edict at this point, pretty close to being that level 9, which just makes him really hard to deal with. And with that, it's going to be tough to see Empire really deal with them here. Haste Rune on Mag, this could make a difference. There's all 5 grouped up for effect.
Radiant's middle tower is
The
under
tower's
attack.
going down with level 3 Diabolic.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower
Just trying to hold them
has
off as
fallen.
long as they can to give a little bit more
Dire's
space.
structures
Ghost
are
Stick
fortified.
has enough for the blink. This is a bit scary if he tried to stick around. Yeah, he's just going to back out now. It's probably the right decision.
Dire's top tower
Yeah,
has
the
been
tower is
denied.
denied. With Poshka trying to hide in the
Dire's
trees.
bottom tower is under attack.
And Chappie just doing his best to get back into this game. He's
Dire's
still
middle tower is
so
under attack.
squishy at just 920 HP. Even when he's gone Strength Treads. Be a great time to gank him for Team Effect.
Yeah, if you look at the wards, oh, they just smoked under the ward. They saw Blink Dagger on Sanking, and they saw a smoke. So they can make a good counterplay. They're just all running to the bottom right now.
There is no Shrine Heal available. Our Zeke is going to back out a little bit. They're not set up the way that they might want to be, and now walking up to the Shrine, our Zeke going to get Burrow struck. Maybe a little bit of a misplay here. They back out, though, immediately, not wanting to take this fight, apparently, and the cast's going to start to go. They drop the Witch Doctor ultimate onto King R. He is going to get amped up, and they find that kill.
They saw them coming, so they weren't even kind of ready, because they could have gotten a kill on Witch Doctor. There was no Luna nearby, and Slugger was kind of a bit too far. Lesh didn't even have a TP to come. It was in his backpack.
Terrorblade still just really hurting and hampered in this early stage. Below the Sand King, below every other core in the game at this point. And it's not really feeling like he's able to catch up as quick as he might want. Then they burrow strike in. Nice initiation on Afro Ninja. The arrow going to be tanked by Roger. Amp damage now onto Ghost Stick. Chase could continue here. Surged up. There's the stun onto King R. Lucent Beam to follow. They get that kill. Now looking for FN. Gonna drop the RP for it. Arzeek throws out the stun. Epicenter comes in. Able to connect. So they're not able to surge out that Slardar, but trying to chase. And with the Moonlight Shadow, that looks to be it for Effect.
Yeah, good dodge by Skewer. If you see how Team Effect positions in a team fight, it's just amazing. He just tries to bait the Shadow Demon to cast Disruption, runs to the side, then Lash has enough time to cast a stun.
Ooh, and Arzeek.
Terror Blade. Did they spot him? No.
Nighttime vision working for him there, but it does look like it's time to go in for Roshan now.
Yeah, it's a best they can do right now. The mech is up, they know Sanking ulti and Magnus ulti is down, so they can't contest them in the Roche.
Good decision making there. The Moonlight Shadow also down, just everything down at this point for Team Effect. And so how many, is it just going straight in for the towers at this point for Team Effect, or do they want to try and farm up like the next set of items first?
They can take a tier 2 tower before the ultis are up, at least one of them. So, at least bottom.
Yeah, goes on to King R, and there's the vacuum back. That should be a pretty easy kill here, as no way out for him. And it looks like also the Murano was able to escape, TP into the shrine.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt them a lot. With that Murana and Shadow Demon, you need to get some early kills. If you don't, you kind of end up being useless. Look at Murana right now, just having that Arcane Boots being level 6 and Shadow Demon being level 5. That's not what you want to have at 15 minutes.
Everybody else in the game way above those supports, and I think that it comes down to a lot what you said, like missing those kills in the mid lane, particularly on the Leshrac, and he's gone on to have a pretty great game. Still not as good as the Magnus, obviously, but yeah, this is starting to become more and more worrying. He's almost got his Bloodstone, but I don't know. What's the play then for Empire to get back into it? Is it just wait out the Aegis and then try and go for, you know, some type of a smoke rotation?
I'll take your treatment.
Well, Magnus just picked up his Blink Dagger, so he's not showing it, just using a Shockwave from far so he can farm. And with the good EP and good RP, they can turn the fight around. But they rely so much on a good RP.
For a lot of people saying that if your entire game plan depends upon hitting a really good spell, maybe your game plan isn't that good. But
I agree on that one.
Well, Roger, in the meantime, is going to be trying to chase down Chappie. Spots him out. This is a problem. They're on top of him. This is a carry that cannot afford to go down, already so hampered. And he is going to drop.
Yeah, the tier 2 tower on the bottom, that's what they want to focus on. 37 seconds for Terrorblade with
okay.
ARP. They might actually surprise them with good RP into Epicenter. We'll see how they position themselves. Eating the trees just to get close to them.
This could be really big. Effect, not really prepared. Epicenter going up. Can they go for it? Burrow Strike already out and online. They're going to all jump up, group together. RP onto 2. Is it going to be enough, though? They have the Skewer pushing back into the tower. A ton of damage. Saslo so low, but not going to die. Also, it does look like they're able to take down that Leshrac, but everybody else from Empire goes down. Sadoy is going to end up losing the Aegis here, but that is just to get healed back up, and the tier 2 tower is going to fall.
That's not how you want to start a fight. Missed Epi, missed stun. There was only on one hero. Good RP though, but you need to combine those two spells together. Now you gave Slaughter a Blink Dagger, so that's huge for Team Effect.
There was some pings out as well. I think they realized where Chappie is. He passed underneath this ward here for just a second, I believe, and they're pinging out that he's in the jungle. Maybe gonna head over to that camp, and this is, if they lose Chappie here again, this is just disastrous. Arzeek spots him. They have the death ward. He's gonna end up dropping here. Oh no, 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 no. Well, maybe. Okay, Sunder turnaround. They're gonna be able to run down Arzeek for the moment, and they're able to turn it back around with a really good Sunder. Well played.
Yeah, they needed a lucky bounce from a creep on Terrorblade to actually kill him. Was kind of risky to go for.
Okay. Well, effect, maybe a little bit of an overextension there, and it ends up working out. I was expecting the Maledict damage, but yeah, looking at it, he doesn't even have that skilled up, so
Dire's top tower
makes a lot of
is under
sense.
attack.
And, well, 18 minutes in, it is still a 6,000 net worth lead and right around 4,000 experience.
Yeah, what we see from Luna when she's playing against Shadow Demon, just casual Yasha to keep the movement speed, just more farming ability, and then she switches to BKB, which is more safe of an option, because you don't want to get Shadow Demon an illusion. It's kind of easy to get it once the Manta style is ready.
And there's, speaking of some illusions, going to be a connection onto Roger. Take down those illusions, get a little bit of gold into their coffers, and back to the races. Funinch has finished off the Bloodstone now. What do you like as a next item for him?
For Afoninj?
Yeah.
Well, he can go for... let me check. Probably a Yule Scepter or a BKB. That's it.
Okay.
He needs one defensive item. It's with Yule Scepter you can control if, for example, if Magnus jumps in, you just Yule him if you're from behind. That means a lot in a team fight.
It's still pretty tough, like, because at the end of the day, it doesn't
Radiant's
matter
top tower
how many
is under
defensive
attack.
items you have if they get like a big RP off. But
Yeah.
well, hopefully that's just not going to happen. Maposhka, they jump by him, and well, an epicenter onto Roger. Slashlo gets the vacuum wall onto two of them with the stun. Now they're all very slowed inside of their Aphroninch. Finds it, not going to be able to hit the stun, but that's already a leap used by Maposhka, and tries to get the deny, not going to happen.
Dire's bottom
In the
tower
meantime,
has
Chappie
fallen.
does take the tower. So 1-for-1 exchange.
Yeah, this Magnus is going so big. Magnus kind of changed in the talent trees, or changed in the latest patch. The previous one were so much better with that extra damage. Now he gets something else, but still good. 25 attack speed, plus 12 strength, and plus 15% power cleave damage. That's the new one.
And also, we've seen how effective the minus cooldown or minus respawn time can be on carries. The lone druid in 35 seconds. It's nothing to scoff at in the late stages of the game.
Yep. Well, some talent trees don't make sense. For example, why would you go for -4 seconds shockwave cooldown on level 25 Magnus? That really makes no sense.
Yeah, it's a little bit silly, but you never know. Maybe there's that one game where it's the answer to everything, all of your problems. You need to, you're going up against mega creeps and you just have to shockwave over and over and over again. No?
Well, you're just gonna rely on the damage at that point where there's a mega creeps.
Fair enough. Well, up here in the top lane, we got Maposhka, who's trying to build back into something with the Staff of Wizardry. I mean, you just still go the Aghanims route pretty much at this point for Maposhka?
He can go for Force Staff to kick people out of a Slardar stun, or Aghanim Scepter to secure some kind of a late game. The smoke is ready for team effect. They want to go, they want to fight. Magnus so close to BKB actually.
King R might be the one who's ends up dying for this, is going to get vacuumed back. Tree's gone, and well, so too is the Shadow Demon. And maybe now they can try and take down this other tier 2 tower.
Yeah, there are two BKBs right now, one on the Luna, one on the Magnus. Terrorblade working on one, 1.3k gold away.
Chappie really has been able to catch back up after what was just a complete and total dumpster fire of a laning phase. He's really been able to pull himself back into this with that Empower, and well, if they're not careful, you're going to start dealing with a very farmed Terrorblade.
Yeah, he's farming the jungle really fast with the Empower.
Oh, here we go. Top lane, Epicenter, Burrow Strike off the mark. Ninja just going to walk away from them. That's not what you want to see. Trying to TP out and away. Maposhka vacuumed back. They have the Lightning Storm as well. Crush, and he's gone.
Yeah, get a tier 2 tower now. Epi is down. They don't have enough damage with just Blink Stun and Magnus to kill the whole team. And you have a DD on Luna. It's gonna run out pretty soon, so...
Take some Ancients before it ends up going down. Roche still about a little bit more than a minute away from respawning. Looks like Effect want to make sure all these lanes are pressured out before they really go for any great push in as of yet. Darkseer has the Blink Dagger done on top of the mechanism and looks to be going for the pipe. What do you think about this build for him?
Well, classic Blink Dagger. I was expecting maybe a Guardian Greaves before that, but he wants to deny the damage coming out from Sanking. Oh, and with just 2 heroes, they can make such a good team fight with Darkseer Vacuum into wall and Slaughter Stun. Yeah, they can change the whole game with it. I mean, the game is already in their favor.
Yeah, this is feeling more and more like it's just kind of their game to win at this point. The tier 2 tower is going to end up dropping very low in the bottom lane. Does not look like we're going to be seeing any TPs to go back for it. Sadoy still sitting on that 10-second BKB as well. And just going to move into Roche now.
Yeah, what they need to do is have enough sentry wards for Mirana ulti. They have, how many? Witch Doctor has 1 sentry ward and that's it. Plus Slaughter ult, it might not be enough to actually see the whole team.
Yeah, they have a couple that are down here in the river as well.
Yeah, sorry, Roger has Dust, so it's gonna be enough.
And now spotting out Roshan soon. As far as vision goes on the Radiant, they should realize that this is happening.
This is a big fight. This is a big fight incoming.
RP available. It's only Sadoy in there for the moment. Ghost Stick gonna go for the Burrow Strike. There's the jump in. Skewer into 2. Is it enough though? The vacuum wall turnaround. Empire taking a ton of damage. They are going to drop double kill for Afronage, but they're able to get the Sunder off Chappie. That was huge. His BKB is popped as well. Sashalo forced to back out. They take down that Leshrac. He did not get the suicide either. And Sadoy trying to turn on to Ghost Stick. They miss uphill a couple of times on that Darkseer, which is going to keep him alive. Now looking for more. Sadoy turns on to Chappie. Right click. Epi's there. Oh, great play though. They're going to be able to get the Sunder off. Oh, Chappie. Oh.
Wow. Luna just died back.
Oh, no, 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 no. All right, he is still going to get the skewer out in spite of being stunned.
Wow, this is huge. If Luna didn't die, they could have gone for Roche right now. She shouldn't be so aggressive there. There was a good wall placement. They even have a Alpha Wolf with Leshrac. They could have taken the Aegis right now because the spells are on cooldown. 40 seconds on Magnus and 60 seconds on SK.
I thought that Chappie used the Sunder early in the fight, but I guess they just weren't able to do the damage to him at the start of it. Like, he didn't take almost anything going into that fight with Luna.
Yeah, this is a really good RP from Magnus with the BKB. Just took down 2 heroes really fast and has a Crystallis ready right now. This is a huge item. Cheap, but critical damage if he gets lucky. He has 300 cleave damage right now, plus critical strike.
Very tough indeed.
Oh. He's the main...
Arrow? RZ?
Will we see it? No.
Doesn't look like they want to fight yet.
What is this? 500 Magnus cleave, 65% damage with that double damage on him. What?
That's pretty insane. He's not afraid, and he has RP back up again too. He's just waiting.
He has Aegis as well.
He could kill everybody. Like if Effect just go together, they're just dead. Oh god.
They rely on a good RP, but his RP changed the game at Roche fight, plus sloppy play from Luna.
Well,
Terrorblade, BKB and Manta style plus Dragonlance right now.
You look at this graph, it is severely tilted back towards the top side, and Empire have evened the game back up.
Yeah, and Mirana went for that Force Staff. As we mentioned, it's a double Force Staff right now, so they can actually kick people out of Slaughter Stun and Lash Stun or whatever it's needed just to kite around.
Oh, scary moments indeed. Vision game right now pretty far into the favor of the side of Team Empire. Effect, do they realize he's there? RP onto 2. Look at him drop. They have no chance at all. The vacuum wall not going to be nearly enough. FN is taking a good bit of damage here, but able to find another one. Triple kill for FN. The Magnetar is strong, and if they're not careful, they might end up losing a couple more here. Sashlo slowed by the Echo Saber. Chase continues the blink forward. Ultra kill for FN. Somebody stop this man. Oh.
What a play from FN. I saw them coming. He saw it as well. They were in the same spot, two of them. Perfect time to initiate.
They've done it. Empire. With a couple of big RPs and the big plays by FN. I'm sure if he had the taunt equipped onto Magnus, he'd be working right now. Sadoy, he's going to get skewered into an arrow. They take him down again with the Aegis. Chappie was the one that got that kill, and Coconut going out as well. Can they stop this? It's feeling like the answer might be pretty no.
Yeah, look at all those illusions. Terrorblade kinda in a bad position.
Oh, good burrow back. Chappie still low. Is he going to be able to get off? No, is going to end up dying, but FN, wicked 6 streak. Now turning on Afro Ninja. He might end up dropping again if he's not careful. They get the Shrine off, which does keep him alive. Oh, 4 staffs away. Skewer out, trying to do it. They get the vacuum back. This could be huge. The BKB turnaround. Oh, no. Effect. You don't have an answer. You can't stop this guy. Jump forward, another one. He has Maledict damage still on him. He's gonna die, but he takes a good bit of them with him. Zeke is gonna drop 2 to go stick. They're just never letting him stop.
This fight was, what, like 2.5 minutes long.
That's beautiful. It ends up being kind of an even-ish exchange, that last little portion of it, but clearly Empire are the winners over the past few minutes. Look at this gold change. About 12,500 over the course of, what's that going to end up being? Like, I don't know, 5 minutes or something?
Yeah, those RPs were really on point. Just game-changing. Well, you rely on an RP that much, but the guy just delivered it.
We do have things that are coming up here. The evasion for Luna is going to be fairly nice. Fonin, she's still, I mean, he's down to so few Bloodstone charges at this point. I don't know, what's the way back into this game for Effect?
Yeah, I don't know if they have enough damage to clear the whole thing when the Magnus uses a RP. Probably try to initiate on him with Slaughter Stun, or just try to cancel his Blink Dagger with something, but they don't have any invisibility. Oh, it's only Slaughter who can get next to him. Plus he has a BKB on Magnus, hard to... Ooh, he decides to go for Daedalus. Usually we see Bloodthorn, but this guy is all in.
He wants it. He knows what he wants. He's just going to try and hit anybody that he can. And the other thing is, this is a hero that does farm incredibly quick as well, so he's going to continue to gain up that momentum. For Effect, is it just all about the split push at this point?
Yeah, they can still farm on Luna and get big on her. She's getting close to that butterfly, which can be a huge change. Magnus can't hit her because of the evasion, and Terrorblade is not gonna get close to MKB anytime soon. But we forget how much damage Terrorblade with Empower actually deals.
Yeah, that is definitely true as well. I mean, this is a hero that was really hampered in the early game and just had a ton of trouble, but now he's really caught back up as well. Going to build into the Scotty next.
Yeah, look at Mirana right now. She was so far behind, and she decides to go like utility build, save people with 4 staff, and make Vlad's after that. Just boost his team with some armor and give them lifesteal on Magnus and Terrorblade.
I also noticed that Magnus ended up going back for the extra 15% power damage and cleave. So currently hitting for close to 400 when everything is all accounted for. And not to mention the crits that can come out. Oh, Andy has an Invis rune. FN. They do have a Sentry Ward down in the mid lane. Just something at least, but I'll have to watch this.
Who popped the BKB? Someone popped the BKB, I heard it. Luna.
Oh, God. Oh,
yeah,
no.
He tried to use Butterfly just to run faster. They didn't see it, but still, you can't fight 58 seconds
FN,
cooldown.
FN, looking for it. That's two. Push back out with the skewer into the burrow strike, taking a ton of damage. The BKB is popping. Actually, they're able to spread out a little bit, so it's not as much. Sadoi's still going to go down, though, and Chappie, BKB popped himself. Oh, man, that's not the way you want to start that fight. No buyback.
This is the Raxus on mid.
Oh. Well, Chappie taking a lot of damage, still has the Sunder available. He gets it off Arzeek, forced backing away. F4 Ninja in a lot of trouble. He's going to start to drop down as well. They're able to find another stun, and FN maybe looking for another initiation here. Could end up paying onto him. Crush, pushback. Now Chappie's still alive, and they will be able to not let that bounce.
Yeah, they still want to go in. 30 seconds for Luna. Wall is down.
God, this is just terrifying. He is actually going back home, so Magnus not with the rest of his team here, and it looks like they're going to back out now.
Well, Luna could have survived there if he had his BKB, but he misclicked it.
Yeah, that really hurts.
Yeah, when is Roche? Roche is going to be up really fast.
I mean, the other thing you're looking at here, Shadow Demon, the Aether Lens, he's got a long range to save people. He could end up building back into the Blink Dagger too if we wanted, like we saw in the earlier games. Smoke play, trying to find Miposhka. Does still have the Force Staff available, but won't even get it off.
Yeah, they needed something bigger than Mirana from that smoke.
Disruption now out. Arzeek, very aggressive movement here. They drop down the ward and still have the vacuum. Josh the Darkseer pulls King R back into it. Still slowed down. Roger going to be pushed forward. Imp damage there. Force Staff, the crush. They do find another.
Well, 2 kills on supports, but still. Meanwhile, Magnus, being so huge, wants to buy an AC just to boost more armor and more minus armor to team effect.
He is down to 6 seconds, which is always a little bit scary against a Leshrac, and it does look also like Effect are going to be able to move in and try and take down Roshan. Buyback from King R. Magnus does have a TP, can get in there if he wants, going to push out the lanes first. Roche still falling.
Magnus TPing, that's what they needed.
Ghost Stick looking for the initiation to start it. Everybody very aware that this could be a problem. Vacuum Wall didn't end up hitting there onto the mag, and he is going to end up jumping in. Roger Sadoi, too much damage. Forced back out, almost dies Sadoi, but he is still in some trouble. And, well, the Witch Doctor ultimate not going to do enough. Ghost Stick finds another kill. The chase down over to the side. Empire is just all over Effect. They buy back on the Slaughter. No buyback available for the Luna. And, well, they're just going to leave the Aegis on the ground for a second. Pick up the cheese still. But they don't have answers. They don't have anything.
Yeah, Luna, no buyback. 50 seconds. And Sanking is on the chase. Yeah, Sanking can afford actually to go blind into Roche Pit with all those defensive items. Sandstorm plus a Force Staff plus Yule Scepter and the BKB. So he can just go in. Doesn't have to feed for anything. Just buy some time so Magnus can land a good RP.
It's crazy now because it feels like it's almost turned to the point where you don't even have to hit a good RP for FN anymore because of all the damage. Look at this. Afro Ninja almost goes down. They don't quite hit the crush perfectly in combination. Afro Ninja dropping low is going to die. And they just don't have that combo working for him. Chappie still has a Sunder available and uses it on his ally to bring him back up to full. But that's going to be possibly 2 lanes of Black Barracks with no Leshrac.
Yeah, and the wall is not ready yet. 20 seconds.
Oh, good arrow. Roger going to drop. They do have Eclipse now with the Luna, but it's feeling very tough. FN pulls back in Arzeek. He is gone. They get a nice vacuum, but again, it's not really there with the follow-up. And oh, no. Sadoi now going to be controlled. Arrow a little bit off the mark. Nice surge away by Darkseer. RP? Okay, RP. Over there to the side. They take down Sloshflow as well. They can afford to do it on one.
They want to end it right now.
Well, the Eclipse is still there. They bring down the Aegis. God, the Luna Illusions, though, doing so much.
Yeah, plus Cheese is ready on the Terrorblade, plus Thunderkid doesn't have to worry about his life.
Arzeek backing out is going to get hit
Thanking.
there. FN over to the side. Ghost Stick pops the BKB, turns on Afro Ninja. GG gets called. No answer. And Team
What a game.
Empire pull it back out from a kind of sizable deficit and end up taking that one.
Effect couldn't manage to stop Magnus from farming and empowering Terrorblade, who was so far behind in the early stages. 5-minute tower was down. He was forced to go jungle. Couldn't manage to actually end the game. FN, MVP of this game. The amount of farm he had, plus the RPs, plus some good skewer backs, just amazing.
25,000 damage dealt in, what is this, a 37-minute game? Very, very impressive play from FN. Well, Lacoste, we've gone the series tied up now. 1 game apiece, Empire versus Effect. How are you feeling about both of these squads? And do you have somebody that you think might be able to take it, or changes you'd like to see in the next game?
Right now, it's a go hard or go home for both teams. A lot of what they need to focus on, clear their minds, and go with best they actually have. Empire, I mean, the games were pretty even, both games, but I can't predict who's gonna win. If Team Effect seems so strong, but kind of lacked maybe a little bit of experience to finish the game.
Yeah,
with all the advantage they had, yeah.
You got to imagine that also in the game there, this is your 1 game away from being able to go to this big, huge land, and we've seen teams sort of crumble at that moment. So a lot of pressure definitely on both of these squads. But we'll see who ends up being able to take it. Game number 3 right around the corner. We want to make sure that we hop into it as quick as possible so we don't miss it. Stay tuned, everybody. The grand finals for DAC CIS qualifiers are up right around the corner.